We're going to watch DX on his rollout. The teams are Justin Sensei in the blue, and I don't want to be called Jewish I don't want to be Jewish anymore in red. So I'm not sure about those names, but anyway, we are in our mid fight. DX getting a lot of spam out there. So far, still nobody down. Red mostly taking control over the point right now, and oh, my STV is really slow. Oh boy, this is the day where everything's going wrong. 21, take it away.
All right, so red team just pushing blue team off the point, right off the bat. Blue team now trying to push in, but you can see red team with a 85% uber charge. That's going to be a very good advantage on the blue medic. I believe that's Go Mama, and I think they're going to be able to hold on to this just fine. Blue team did take down the red pyro down, and now they're collapsing on this red team. There goes the soldier and the medic. Red team just getting completely obliterated. Blue team going to be getting the recap here now with a 100% uber charge advantage. We do have Mirage for the red team. That scout was thinking about going in, trying to go for a medic pick, but I'm not quite sure. It looks like he's going to run back and join his team.
Yeah, so a nice counter push right there out of Justice Sensei. So we will see them holding on to this Uber in a good position right now with that 100%. Looks like both medics are on that Uber. I think Mama Schwamp is. Yeah, she has been favoring that Uber gun pretty much on the same finals, and then this as well, which not a bad idea. And they're taking the similar hold to what they had last round in the semifinals as well, which is very defensive. So we'll see how that works out for them. Their red team is now countering on the point, and finally the blue Uber comes in. We'll see if it can stop this assault, and it looks like so far it is going to work as Relax gets in there, tries to pressure the medic, but a nice reflect kill. Oh, and Pipsqueak takes down Relax.
Some beautiful reflex by Pipsqueak, then trapping him in the air for the easy flare kill. It was pretty much beautiful, but looks like blue team dropping some players. Desert Beagle getting very aggressive on this point, and I'm waiting for Mama to tell him to fall back. It looks like they're finally going to run away, but now they might be in some trouble. All of red team collapsing on Desert Beagle. He's somehow still alive and going to make it back to spawn.
That was impressive, but Red did manage to get the Uber up, so we will be seeing them. Well, we'll see if we'll see him pop in and try to be aggressive right here. But Mama is about 80% right now. So he could have an Uber versus Uber battle here, depending on who pops first, though.
Yeah, we do have a blue scout all over Yak, though, and he was forced to pop it. Now going to be using on the Demo Man, and his Pyro is not anywhere near to be found, and they didn't really just get any frags with that Uber charge. They just got forced pop. Now they're running away from blue team's Uber, but Pipsqueak playing that power going to be able to reflect the scout everywhere. Now trapping him, misses the flare, though. Doesn't matter, scout still goes down, but the blue team with a couple frags make that 3, and I believe they're going to be able to retake this with ease.
Yeah, and keeping Mama Schwamp alive right there, obviously important. She's now going to have this pretty significant Uber advantage as her team controls the point times about even. So we're looking pretty even right here. Yeah, we have Justice versus Jew. We'll go over teams real quick. For the Justice team, we have Mama Schwamp, as we said, on Medic. Flower is Pirate, Relax is Demo Man, and Desert Beagle is Soldier. Of course, those classes are apt to change as players seem fit. And then over on the I Don't Want to Be Jewish Anymore, we have Maroche as Scout, Yak 404 is Medic, Pipsqueak is Pyro, and DX is Demo Man. I would like to thank them for waiting around for us to get ready. Actually, waiting for me. 21 had nothing to do with the delay. I won't blame them for it, I promise. But we do have this Uber popped and pushing forward. So Blue looking to get a little aggressive and deciding they don't want to overextend, and just having the point is enough for them right now. Probably, I don't know, they could have sent in maybe a suicide or two to see if they could have forced Yak to pop earlier. They do. Yak actually does pop now. But DX getting Flower down as this Uber is still going on a little bit, and Pipsqueak was able to use some of that overheal to take out Relax. So Red does come back.
Looks like red team easily pushed blue team out of there, and it's kind of interesting. We keep on having the Uber versus Uber kind of engagements getting thrown off constantly in this game. We've seen people having an advantage over one another, and looks like red team going to be building up. I believe they're down 20%, if not 30% on their Uber charge, so we're going to see if blue team is going to be able to catapult in here, or if red team's going to just kite it beautifully like they did before.
Yeah, we'll see less than a minute for both teams left on the point. It's all in blue team's court, though, so we'll see if Justice Sensei can get something going here. Would not be a bad time to switch to crits, but they do have this 100% Uber ready to go, and they will pop it. Mama Schwamp popping it as she pushes her Demo Man forward. Relax, not able to get anybody yet. He's setting up some traps, and he's been really, really effective with his traps, and his pill aim is just superb. So, I'm surprised he wasn't able to get anything with that, but now just sending some spam around and just waiting for a hold on this point with about 40 seconds left for Justice Sensei.
Yeah, Deox just doing a lot of damage. Unfortunately, his team hasn't really necessarily been able to clean up on it, but he's just keeping the blue team at bay. There's the recap, so 20 seconds. We're going to see blue team just catapult in here, kind of just suicide bomb in, trying to defend frantically. Deox is very low, though. And blue team not going to go in to try to pick him off. And I think this is going to be it as we see blue team getting ready for their final push. Only 10 seconds. Here we go. The bombing soldier getting stuffed in the side. Red team popping the Uber immediately. These teams, blue's not really able to be able to push him aside. And here we go. The final countdown.
Oh, we actually have a blue Uber coming in here, and they're going to be able to push off the Pyro from the point. It's just the medic left. Mama Schwamp pulls out the Uber shell. She's not able to do anything, so blue actually coming back. What? An amazing comeback right there. They got the Uber just in time, and getting rid of Pipsqueak on the point was essential. We'll see if they can hold it for 25 seconds. What?
That wasn't a beautiful Uber. I even saw, I think the Demo Man ran out of ammo there, and he had his sign out, and he's getting ready, just to have a melee battle on the point. It was a lot of fun, but red team now going to be suiciding in. We do have Minaj going to be going all over Mama, taking her down. And look at this, just Relox and the soldier up, fighting the scout. He's gone, and I believe blue team is actually going to take it.
Wow, so excellent work right there. And you mentioned the sign. Yeah, Relax loves his conscientious objector, and I know you love yours too as a Demo Man guy. So
it's the best one in the game. What can I say?
Right. We won't dispute that right now, but definitely a fun weapon for this type of matchup. But yeah, the 4v4 format. So this is your first time encountering it, 21. What do you think of it so far?
It's pretty interesting. I didn't really expect it to pan out the way it is, and I'm really surprised by how much these teams are just holding with their current classes. I was expecting to see a little more off-classing, maybe a heavy jump out or something, but I guess the medic is just a little too valuable to give up.
Yeah, and especially Mama Schwamp is a medic main, so she's going to be very good at staying alive, at dodging, and all that stuff. I'm not as familiar with Yak, but he's been doing a pretty good job staying alive as well. I would like to see some crits going on. That has been a common usage in this one-night cup. A lot of teams like those crits, but we'll see how it goes. We do have the Uber exchanges on concrete right now. Diax going down as his team tries to push it forward. Mama Schwamp is left all alone. We're going to have some medic on medic action. Oh my goodness. No, she's still so hurt right now. She needs health. She will stay. Nope. Oh, she stays alive.
I thought she was about to burn to death, but somehow defeating odds and staying alive. Blue team did not lose anyone in that fight, interestingly enough. All of them got knocked down really low, but red team just wasn't doing any cleanup and kind of got caught out on their own. And this has just been exciting. I really do want to see that crit screen now that you mention it, though. Yeah. I feel like on Viaduct, it would just be... This is a very effective map for it.
Yeah, both these Demomen are very good. I've seen Relax, and I know DX personally, that they are able to, they'll be able to make good use of that crits if it does come to that. Relax, just as I say that, taking a lot of damage and going down, of course. But one thing that's interesting is the quick fix is not allowed, and I would imagine that if it were allowed, we'd probably see a lot of it.
Yeah, I figure the quick fix would be really interesting on this, because you'd have your medic just jumping around everywhere with the team, and I believe it charges its Uber very quickly, so that would be interesting to see, but I can understand why they banned it. Again, Crits Krieg, I want to see it. I can understand why Relox isn't using it, calling for it, though, because that Pyro on the enemy team with reflective crits could be very terrifying.
You know, that's right. Both teams, Red Team running that Pyro, Pipsqueak has been pretty effective in using that M2, so that's definitely a possibility right there. Mama Schwamp, meanwhile, getting targeted down by Maroche, and Yak staying alive, though, so he's going to have this Uber advantage. If he can stay alive, he's got 13 health left. No, now being challenged by Flower. Oh, Flower gets taken down by Maroche.
With the big play coming in to clean up Yak.
Oh man, so nice work right there. We'll see who can hang on for just a little bit longer. It looks like I guess the Jewish team is what I'm calling them. The I don't want to be Jewish anymore team has less than a minute on the clock. Meanwhile, Justice Sensei has had trouble holding on to the point this time. Only 30 seconds on the clock for them. They're going to make a strong push right here. They do have a bit of an Uber advantage, but I don't think it's enough to really do anything with yet.
They
Obviously
did break out the mini sentry engineer though, which we'll see how that goes. It's already done a good amount of damage on the point, and the red team's just going to be very upset about that, I imagine.
I can't believe you noticed that before I did. But yeah, mini sentry very effective on Viaduct. Now the Wrangler isn't allowed, so that's good news for the opposing team because the Wrangled Mini is just hell. But it's going to be a good job controlling areas. And Flower using that pistol to track down Yak. So Flower knows what he's doing. Is he wearing a flower? No. All right. just curious.
Yeah, Flower has just been doing a lot of work for his team. He's pretty much become the head janitor of the blue team and just kind of destroying everyone there, helping take out the scout too. And I think the metal right next to the point is just going to be a very big annoyance for these red team. They need to focus him because he can just keep on picking that metal pack by the door, and we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, and I do like that strategy. That's first that I've seen. Nope. In casting this, of course, I've only cast it a couple times. But so interesting decision right there. Pipsqueak has gone to Soldier, so no more Pyro. I wonder if that's going to change the situation for the blue team. Mama Schwamp somehow got away alive. I have no idea how that happened. But Uber's about even right here. But Red is pushing up really far. We'll see if they decide to do anything aggressive with their Uber. They have 30 seconds left, so probably not. Marosha's going to build just a little bit. But they really need to get this Uber up because Blue is pushing in here, and they have their Uber. So we'll see if Justice Sensei can get time on this point and stop it in its tracks with less than 20 seconds left. It's going to be very difficult.
Yeah, red team just jumped back. They did not want to fight at all, but now they have 100% Uber, and Pipsqueak is ready to go, and they're just going to start flying in here, get ready to see the Soldier bomb, but not really finding a target yet. Blue team, I'm not quite sure what they're going to do here, as Red can just kind of muscle them off with that Uber, finally using it, jumping around as Pipsqueak, going in for some medic hunting, going 1 rocket, 2 rockets to take down a Desert Beagle. They're going to fall back. That 1 pick is pretty much all they needed, and blue team, whoa! Wow, Pipsqueak just pulled off some amazing rockets. Marouche helping him out with some kills, and it looks like red team's going to take down the second round. Team Jewish wins that one.
That happened so fast, I didn't even process it. That he took out the demo in, like, midair, I think? That was an air shot? Regardless.
Yeah, Pipsqueak, since maybe he's just feeling, he's got the flow going, and whoever was Soldier before it wasn't, but he just pulled off some amazing kills with those rockets earlier. So it's definitely a good switch to have him go over to Soldier.
Again, we'll see if that changes up things. Looks like Mama Schwamp is still on a regular Uber gun, but we do have Flower as sniper, so that's interesting. Get on his cam real quick, but it looks like Red has spotted him out, so he won't be able to do anything too sneaky to begin with, except to go down to Pipsqueak, who actually was sniped just before he sent off that rocket. So an exchange, a sniper for a Soldier right there, as both teams only have 3 up right now, and looks like Justice Sensei will capture the point first.
And of course, they're going to cap it and get very aggressive with it. Desert Beagle just jumping forward to kind of force red team back for a little bit. Blue team now not doing so great. They do not have the overheals that red team has, and I believe red is getting ready to catapult in as we speak. Uber has been popped. Blue team using theirs as well. The Spyro coming back out for Pipsqueak, and we're just going to see him blast this blue team around. No frags yet. Finally, we have Relox going down, Pipsqueak going down as well. Yak in a lot of trouble, going to be running, and there's no way Yak can survive this.
Yak is still alive.
There
he goes.
I thought they were going to let him escape for a second. I was
no mercy. I was
concerned.
Yeah, that was really close. Yak did a good job, but yeah, there's no way he's going to get out of that. So Red has to revert the capture on Blue has to revert Red's time on the point, and that just seems like taking forever. But of course, they'll still be taking time away and be less than 2 minutes now. So Justice Sensei, with this Uber advantage, looking like they're in a good position. And I really would like to see some more aggression, or some pushing up bar to like really control flanks and to control chokes. We saw the engineer move kind of doing that, but not really since. Now we do have the crits creek down for Yak, so he is going to be backing up as this blue Uber comes in. Mama Schwamp and her soldier, actually, that's Desert Beagle in there trying to do something. He brings out, he goes down to the pan. Oh.
Wow, Deox with that pan just doing work. Yeah, I'd like to see Flower actually go back to that mini sentry engineer. We did have him just take down Yak, though. So maybe not. Maybe you should stay on Scout for a little bit. Go for a little bit of hunting. In chat, is just giving the medic a hard time. Rouge, though, picking down Mama Schwamp. Just both these scouts completely decimating the medics there. Just medics are not safe on Viaduct.
Yeah, so many flanking opportunities for these scouts here. So talented scouts can really just have a field day, especially when there's only 4 players on the other team. And there's so many more opportunities to slip through the flanks.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and they've got to love that there's no mini sentries.
Yeah, and interestingly enough, we had Flower switch to Sniper. He's going to be up on those cliffs again. Marouche getting behind the blue team, going in for a kill on him, but he took a chunk of damage and having to grab the health pack, but the Sniper's oblivious, and there he goes down to a 1-2 shot. Flower is now having to wait 5 seconds for respawn.
Yeah, one of those things you don't necessarily need a counter sniper to counter a sniper. Marouche is doing just fine with that, and he tries to go take down Mama Schwamp. Actually didn't get any damage on her, but it was a good attempt nonetheless. He was behind the lines, and he really had no choice. So, we'll see. Oh!
Flower with the headshot out of nowhere to take down Yak.
That was a drop, wasn't it?
It was. The Uber has been dropped.
Yak with a frowny face in chat. He was not a fan of that. So Flower, another headshot taking down Marouche right there on a little bit of a roll. He's actually getting these heals too from his medic. So that's nice when there's only 3 other people for your medic to heal. The sniper is going to be one of them. So that's got to be nice having that confidence of those over heals.
Yeah, of course. They still, blue team still holding on to this. Looks like they're taking some damage from a flare from afar, but Pitsweek just got taken down by Relox, so not too big of an issue. Mama Schwamp still holding it. Red team just can't really get in here to try to force or, take down this medic. They're just slowly pushing in. Now we have a medic on medic fight going down.
Oh, but Flower with the headshot.
The Yak.
I was staying on his camera because I'm like, he's gonna get a big shot. I just know it. And that one could be the one that saves his team this round. Remember, it is a 1-1, so every point matters, especially when you're only going to 3 rounds. We will go best of 3 maps. We'll see what's after this, but right now, Justice Sensei barely holding on to this point. They do have this Uber ready to go, so it looks like they will be able to hold on for this round. Just need to pop that Uber, and Mama Schwamp, there she goes. And just need to push off this red team to stop them from getting any time. Come on, there you go. And that is the third round that goes to Justice Sensei.
All right, there we go. So now we're going to be catapulting again. Flower's still on that sniper, interestingly enough. He was doing very good with it before getting a lot of those headshots. So hopefully we can see him, perform some more open-head surgery. And looks like he might be going up to those cliffs yet again.
Now, what do you think about running the Huntsman in this sort of situation?
I would love to see it. I don't know if it would be the best option for your team to run it, but if you can land those Huntsman headshots, you're pretty much the king of the world. So I honestly would like to see it for entertainment value.
I think with the chokes, you can just easily spam arrows and kind of hold them down. But yeah, at the same time, I think since these scouts have proven themselves to be very good at getting behind the lines, that you may not last too long. So I don't know. We'll see. Flower does go down, though, so no sniper at the moment as both Ubers are ready to go. We'll see who gets it first.
And it looks like blue team might be the first ones to engage. There we go, finally popping the Uber. Marouche going to be hunting down Flower on the side, who switched back to Scout. Meanwhile, the rest of the team just sparring off in the center. Pipsqueak getting right in the medic's face. Going to be taking him out with that rocket. The Demo Man got sent to the sky. Tuck takes out the sign. He's running. He's actually going to make it back to spawn. Meanwhile, though, Flower with a double kill. And Pipsqueak going to be cleaning up Desert Beagle. So these teams just kind of stalemating out here. Finally, Flower going to get the kill and start capping for this blue team.
He's going to be challenged right there by Marouche, but Marouche goes down, didn't realize he was severely outnumbered. So Justice Sensei will capture the point for the first time this round. Less than 2 minutes, though, for I don't want to be Jewish anymore, which is the name of the team. So they do have a little bit of an advantage right now, but Yak is being pressured like crazy and has to fall back. Will preserve his whatever Uber he has. But no, don't go out there, Yak, it's a trap. Man. He is going to go out there with Pipsqueak and try to capture this point, and then Pipsqueak is going to leave him behind. That was harsh, Pip. That was harsh. Not even sure. It looks like Pipsqueak wanted to go for a medic kill or something like that, but the entire Justice team fell back.
An entire Justice team.
I don't know. But
it sounds like a superhero comic almost. But anyways, Yak getting separated while the rest of his team pushes in. They're not getting the heals that they need, and they're actually going to get collapsed upon by the rock. Just Pipsqueak left alive. Mark Zrosh is going to be on the cliffs. I completely just miffed his name, but it's okay.
But Sensei is what their name. I was going to say Justice Schwamp, but that's not right either. But they do take the point. Flower getting a good position right here behind the flanks, takes down Marouche. We'll see if he can come up behind and do anything, but the Uber has been popped. It wears off just as Flower gets good position and does take down Yak, so nice work from the Scout from Blue. He does go down, but doesn't matter, got the med. And Yak in chat says, Flower!
Flower going to town on this point, just kind of decimating everyone. But Pipsqueak, look at those rockets coming out of him, taking down both Desert Beagle and Mama Schwab. Now Marouche going to be picking up some cleanup, and just wow, the DM out of this red team is beautiful. I believe that would be...
That is the Jewish team, is what we're calling them.
There's no good way to say
No,
it.
there's really not. It is a team made up of half of One Round Wonders and half TEZC, which I'm not familiar with what that team is, but One Round Wonders is a Platinum European Highlander team. So definitely good guys, know what they're doing. And I know there are Platinum people on the other side as well. But only 33 seconds left for the Jewish team to hold on right here. They do have about 50% advantage as Mama Schwamp goes down. Pipsqueak doing work on the cliff right there. He was pushing forward and just sending spam down and got a nice pick on the medic. We'll see if Flower can save his team right here, maybe get a few huge headshots. But he's going to be bombed by Pipsqueak again, and Pipsqueak is just doing crazy amounts of work.
Yeah, he's just playing the roaming soldier to perfection on this point. Just keeps on jumping out of the sky, landing right on top of the enemy team's medic. There was the Demo Man going for a ride, gets launched to the moon by Deox before cratering, and it looks like the Jewish team going to be picking up their second round here.
So we are 2-2. Whoever takes this round will take this map, and we'll go on to a second map, which I believe will be one of the two maps of the day, which is Coalbridge or Train, something like that, but two King of the Hill maps.
Train Bridge?
Train Bridge, there we go.
Rail Bridge, something like that. I know what you're talking about. Meanwhile, the mid-fight has begun. Okay. Deox throwing out a ton of spam, and Pipsqueak going to be bombing on the medic.
Marouche coming in on the medic too. We'll see if he can finish off Mama Swamp, but she pulls out those needles, and Marouche does not want to get any sort of hepatitis from those unclean needles. I regret making that joke. Sorry about that. But
wow, yeah. That was
take it away, 21.
just throw it off. Okay. Meanwhile, it looks like blue team going to get some capture. Deox being very, very brave and rushing forward, but he gets pooped on by Flower with his scattergun of victory. Now, Flower going to be hanging out with the rest of his team. Red team still waiting on those spawns before they start pushing in, and it looks like Yak finally pushing out. Only 10% of his Uber charge to blue team's 100, so not quite sure what they're going to do here, if they're just going to have everyone try to suicide in or just do a slow push without Uber.
They do have their soldier Pipsqueak try to come in and force something, but he took about half damage right there, so he wants to fall back. As Deox, gets some nice stickies right there and takes down Desert Beagle, so no soldier right now for blue. Let's see, they have to pop this Uber if they want to contest this point, but it may be a little too late. Yeah, it looks like Red is going to be able to capture the... Oh, nope, just kidding. Looks like Flower got in there, stopped the cap, and now with her Devil May, Mama Schwamp is going to try to push forward. Nope, now they're going to fall back. Oh, but have to watch out for Marouche, who is all over Mama Schwamp. She has those needles out again. Looks like she will survive, has about half health though, but Marouche has been doing a great job pressuring her this round.
Yeah, of course, these scouts, like we said earlier, just being very furious on this map, just flying around everywhere with, 4 people. There's a lot of space to work with, and that increased mobility that they have is just really coming to town. We do have a red soldier bombing in. That's going to be Pipsqueak taken down. Relox did get a kill, but he's going to take a pipe of his own to the Pawtucket, and he's going to have to fall back for some medic love, and I believe blue team's going to be just fine for the moment.
I'm not sure if Pawtucket is a word, but okay.
It's a word.
Okay, maybe if you're a 94-year-old grandma, but okay. Regardless, though, yeah, Justice Sensei keeping hold of this point. Red had so much time on this, but they just weren't able to finish off that cap. Yak is now pushing forward. I really don't like this. He's going to take a ton of spam, and now this... And now Flower is all over him too. Flower does go down, but Yak is so hurt right now. If he encounters a pill, he is gone, and there goes his team's chances of this round and this map. But as it is, he managed to stay alive. We do have Ubers ready for both teams. In comes blue Uber to stop this red cap. It is just the soldier and the medic right now. Mama Schwamp is making sure to stay on this point to prevent the capture, but she has to run away once that Uber falls away. And Red will finally come back and take this cap.
Yeah, blue team did hold on to that Uber red team and blue team both held on to those Ubers for a very long time. Blue team Ubering only one person to extend it, but red team just had the better positioning. Marouche was behind all those blue members and just started, unloading into their backs. And blue team just really couldn't come back from that.
Yeah, now taking a look at scores, Mama Schwamp has a significant amount of points more than Yak, and I'm wondering, I think she's having an easier time staying alive, getting more support, and I think she has better dodging skills right there. Again, I don't know what Yak's main is, but Mama Schwamp is a main medic. So she's been doing a great job using those Highlander skills over into this format.
Of course, and being a main medic, this is like the testing ground. This is where you prove how good you can dodge, is playing Viaduct with 4 players. Because this is going to be constantly a scout hunting you, a soldier bombing in every now and then, and stickies flying over the place. So this, if there was ever a way to test how good you can dodge as a medic, this would be it.
Also a way to test your stress levels, if you can handle the pressure. Because, yeah, like you said, something is always going to be coming at you. Yak does have this Uber. For the first time, I think, in a couple of rounds, has an Uber advantage over Justice Sensei. They all have these overheals, too. We'll see if they decide to move in with this, but they've only got about 1 minute and 5 seconds left on the point. They could just potentially hold this and wait for blue to come in. Justice Sensei is building. They will have this Uber soon. We'll see, though. As Pipsqueak bombing in here, trying to get something going. Try to keep on his camera, because I feel like he's going to try for a medic bomb as soon as he sees this combo. Oh, and actually, blue Uber was popped over on the cliffs.
Yeah, they're just all collapsing in. They did take a lot of damage from those stickies, though.
Oh!
And look at Deox
Wow.
with the kills. That's a complete wipe for blue. So, yeah, those stickies on the cliff just instantly knocked Beagle down to half health. The medic was not able to flash all his team members in time for blue. Mama Schwamp was, not fast enough, and unfortunately that meant that they lost that mid-fight.
Yeah, we'll see if Justice Sensei can come back, but they only have a very short amount of time to do it, and they have a Pipsqueak all up in their faces. Pipsqueak did fall back. Nobody's going to have an Uber or anything. Relax is trying to put spam on the point to clear it off for his scout. Oh, it may not happen, though, as down goes Desert Beagle. Relax is going to have to come in here and 1v1 Maroche, but gets knocked off the point, and there we go. First map goes to I Don't Want to Be Jewish Anymore. Again, that's the name of their team. All right.
I really want to know how many people in chat are just kind of like weirded out before you explain that.
It's
just like randomly inserted into the sentence. I don't want to be Jewish anymore.
I don't want to be Jewish anymore. No, they're lovely people. Anyway, so the first round does go to, to the Jewish team. And that means we'll be going to a second map. The maps are going to be Train Bridge and Coal Plant. There we go. And I casted a Coal Plant earlier in the semifinals, and I love Coal Plant. But I don't know anything about Train Bridge. I know the train can kill you, so I think that'll add an interesting dynamic. We'll see how if we go to that map.
So, thing with Train Bridge is it's a standard kind of viaduct style map, a little bit bigger in regards of map space. Of course, King of the Hill, but the train bridge is there's just a little rail bridge across the top, and the best feature of the map is the fact that there is a train cam.
There's a train cam?
Yes.
Oh,
if you play on a map that has a train on it, there will be at least one camera on spectator that will be from the front of the train, and it's one of the most entertaining things to watch, just from the train's point of view as everyone's scrambling to get out of the way.
Oh my god.
Every now and then running into it. Also, one thing about that map, too, is these soldiers like to rocket jump around, and they're going to have to be a little bit careful because you can definitely rocket jump into the train. I have done it multiple times, and it's not pretty.
Well, it looks like we're going to Coal Plant first, so we'll put a pause on the train talk, but I do like Coal Plant.
My favorite subject.
Trains, apparently. I had no idea.
No.
But Coal Plant is really good. I like it. It's kind of Asheville with a foundry feel in terms of aesthetics,
sure,
but it definitely plays a lot like Asheville, and I like it. It's a little bit bigger too, I think, than Asheville, but I'll see what you think, and we'll see how these teams play it.
I believe this is an interesting map. I like the layout of the midpoint, and yeah, it does remind me a lot of Asheville, especially with just the layout of these little roofs on the side of the point and everything. But it's a larger map. It's a larger King of the Hill. So we'll see if that affects the timer at all. If teams really need to scramble to get back to the point, or if they're just not going to have time to do it.
Now, something to note, Justice Sensei did play in the semifinals, and they did play this map. They won it because there's only 2 maps. And they ran the Uber most of the... Well, there were some crits, too. I don't remember what I was going to say, but there was a lot of crits and Uber, so watch for the metiguns in this case. I think it can be a little more significant in this type of map, which isn't played as often, so there's no, established metagame. But we will see. Now, I Don't Want to Be Jewish Anymore had a bye during the semifinals, so they're just automatically going to finals. So we'll see if... that has affected anything, but I mean, they took the first round, so it looking pretty good. But yeah, let's talk about this map now that I'm in the server. See what's going on here. Actually, my free cam is really, really slow right now. And
I'm dealing with the same thing.
Okay, it's probably the STVs. I think there's a command for it, but I think it only works in STV demos. So we'll just do first person. But like you said, midpoint reads a lot like Asheville. You got these 2 roofs. You got little balconies coming out here.
You got the center door.
Yeah, and you also have beneath the point, and I don't know if you've seen beneath the point, but there's water. There's like an inch of gross-looking water beneath the point. You gotta get to it.
Know, is it deep enough to extinguish players, though? That's the question.
I don't think it is, and I was talking about this.
Crouch. Possibly.
I was talking about it with Herdy. It would have been really fun to see a Neon Annihilator, a Pyro Shark, if you will. But I don't think that's going to happen here. Yeah, this water isn't deep enough. And plus, you really don't want to go swimming in this. It's... I don't know. That's a suspect color.
Not sanitary.
Definitely not. But we should be going live soon with the second round, or the second map of this finals. I'm going to go ahead and turn off my techno music, which, surprisingly, I'm okay with. But, I don't know, I'm just really pumped about my visualizer and my techno music. So hopefully the stream appreciates it. Been trying to do a little bit more stream things. Well, we'll see. All right. Should be going live soon. If anybody can talk to the players, let them know that we're ready. If they're waiting on us, I know that assumes a lot. They're waiting on us because us casters are so important. I know, of course.
Dude, we're the most important people on the planet.
All right. So, any thoughts about how to approach this differently, or let's talk more about off-classing? What could be useful in this on this map? If off-classing, well, I don't think off-classing is a word for 4v4, but let's pretend it is. Different classing.
Well, I know this is an interesting map. It has a lot of these it has a lot of walls and tight corners that you can't really see around, so maybe a heavy might be effective here. He might be able to kind of jump through one of these doors or around a corner and get the jump on someone. But again, the medic is just, I feel like, a little too powerful to opt out for the heavy.
Now, I did cast a match on Asheville where there was a heavy instead of a medic, and the team was having a really hard time getting control of the point. Without those overheals, they just weren't able to hold on too much. Looks like we may have some roster changes mid-finals. So we probably won't be starting for a little bit. All right, music goes back. Yeah.
Nice, of course. So you said that you might think we'll see some crits Kriegs. How would you go about deploying that on this map?
I mean, you have to be aggressive with it. It's not... I mean, well, you either... All right, let's try to do this. Try to make words out of my thoughts. No. Okay. So, being able to deploy it when you know the opposing team is centered around one of these tight corners like you were talking about, maybe if they're building in this narrow hallway or if they're building underneath the point, knowing where your enemy is located is going to be key in executing the crits effectively. Otherwise, this map is too spread out. There's a lot of ways to escape, especially for medics with good dodging skills. Mama Schwamp, who has shown herself to be very capable of that. And Yak has been pretty good too. He had that one really nice escape, but we'll see if that crits gets factors into this.
Yeah, the main reason I bring that up is especially with this middle point, you have these kind of balconies, battlement kind of areas, and you have the roofs. And if one team knows where the enemy team's located, if they know they're on the other side of the roof or around a corner, that crits can be utterly devastating if they use that in the demo man. And hopefully we'll see that. If not, it's all good. Hopefully we can see some heavy because everyone loves the fat Russian.
Now, one thing that was different the time I casted and the heavy wasn't very effective. The sandwich was outlawed, but the sandwich is now back allowed. For those of you who are just joining us, we'll go back over the rules. Once again, class limit of 1, and you can't run a simultaneous heavy and medic, only one or the other. You can't quickly swap classes, so you can't be medic, overheal, you're heavy, and then swap to scout. And then the first to three round wins will take the map. As for weapon bans, reserve shooter, extinguisher, wrangler, quick fix, and some of these other not so important things are banned. But there we go, that's what we got going on. And should be starting soon because we do have the server filled up with 8 people.
Yeah, just waiting on these players. Not quite sure if they know that we're ready to roll. So
I think Herdy gave them the heads up. Real quick, shout out to Herdy, who was able to cast the semifinals with me. Quite a treat to have him in the virtual casting studio. But it was great getting his insight because he's actually played this format. And then also shout out to Andivich and Matsu. I don't remember how to say his name. Mac, I think it was a Matt, or I think he knows who he is. He was in charge of the lower brackets. So Matt Kuth is Herdy is telling me. So yeah, shout out to him and Herdy who are in charge of the brackets, and then of course Andivich who has been coordinating this whole thing. And I don't think he slept last night. He was awake when it was like 11 p.m. America time, and I think that's not healthy. America time. But yeah, so Andy just kind of did this out of interest to see what would happen And I think it's turned out to be fabulous. A lot of fun plays and really close matches. It's been really entertaining. I don't know. Do you think this is a viable format?
I would honestly like to see a lot more of it because it's very fast paced. As there's not really that many stalemates or anything going down. It's kind of it's like all the way, all the time, kind of.
Yeah.
These teams are just colliding into each other constantly. So I think it provides something fun to watch.
Absolutely. We are going live right here with the second map of the finals in the 4v4 tournament from Andivich. DX had a nice roll out right there, but took a lot of damage, so he will have to fall back. So far, no frags coming down as red team has held back a little bit, where blue is getting a little bit more in the point. They don't have any time, though. Finally, we got some kills going on right here. DX with some nice pills taking out Carlazzo. Mama Schwamp, however, survived all that insanity. And I do have to point out, we have Mark in for the I Don't Want to Be Jewish Anymore team. So he would do a substitute right there.
Yeah, and he actually was proving himself very effective on that middle point. He spent most of it just hanging out on the roof, and he was constantly spamming the red team medic Mama Swamp and Desert Beagle, and that allowed blue team's Demoman just to toss a couple stickies over there and clean them up nice and easy. He took out the mop and he went to town, so blue team just doing work. Both teams have a full overcharge here, though. We're going to see as they just kind of do the spam show and kind of dancing around, seeing who's going to be jumping first. It looks like we have the red team, that's going to be Desert Beagle, going in first, getting taken down immediately by Mark. Blue team now forced to pop, going to be spreading it around, spread the love, spread the Uber, but the blue soldier going to be taking down Mama Schwamp with a great, almost an air, it was almost an air shot. It hit the wall, but still a great rocket. Blue team not losing a single player, wiping all of the red players. Great job by them.
Yeah, it was a nice Uber exchange right there. They tried to hold on to that Uber as long as possible. Of course, the threat with that is dropping it, but Yak was all over that, did not drop it, and executed at the perfect time. So Red's going to be coming back with this Uber disadvantage. Oh, and DX again with these really perfectly placed stickies. He just knows the perfect place. Oh, man, just really, really nice work from the blue demo man. And we'll see if Red can come back from that. They lost 2 players and just trying to get out to mid, so now they're going to have to go back to spawn, regroup, and try to figure out a way to best approach this. Looks like they're going to go left, maybe try to do a flank, get surprise picks, hopefully at least force Yak to pop that Uber.
Yeah, and we're seeing red team now starting to bring out the Pyro. Flower going to Pyro, hopefully maybe just trying to stop some of this demo spam that's been completely destroying them in these choke points. Deox using the Demo Man's best attributes perfectly, that indirect fire, but he's going to get caught out here, lit on fire. Blue Medic does pop to save him. That's going to be TF2 something. I can't read names. Meanwhile, Deox with a kill onto Mama Schwamp, so she's going down. The Pyro still in here, doing a lot of reflects. No one can even touch him. And, wow, Flower just doing work.
Yeah, so Flower going Pyro right there to do the reflect, because like as you said, DX was just getting the spam everywhere. Now, another alternative would be to go Engineer and use that short circuit. Just throwing that out there. Just throwing that out there. Not saying you should do it, but it'd be a really interesting choice. Now, oh man, Justice Sensei has not capped the point once this round. There's only 22 seconds left for I Don't Want to Be Jewish Anymore. We'll see if they can hold on to this point. Justice Sensei can't afford a messy push, which is what this is really turning out to be. Their demo man took a ton of damage. Oh, and with one sticky, DX takes out Carlazzo and Flower. Mark finishes off Desert Beagle right there. Mama Schwamp, can she come in and save this? Probably not. And that first round will go to I Don't Want to Be Jewish Anymore.
Yeah, that was just beautifully played by Justice, and I gotta say, just I don't know if I Don't Want to Be Jewish Anymore can really. I don't know if what they're doing right now. They keep on switching around their classes. Flower went to Demo Man after going to Pyro. I'm thinking they're just trying to find out what they're gonna do for this map.
Yeah, it looks like. No, that confuses me, because it was I Don't Want to Be Jewish Anymore that had the bye during the finals, and Justice Sensei played this, and they played this map very effectively. But it just seems like they can't get out of spawn right now, and right now we're watching DX just throw spam at them and pushing them back like crazy. And I honestly think the Pyro was the right way to go, and I would like to see Flower go back on Pyro.
I think think the scout might not be nearly as effective on this map as it was on Viaduct, so they could definitely substitute Carlosto to Pyro and see if that works. Red team going to be popping, though, and they're going to be just trying to cut off all these blue players. Yak just standing on the point. I don't know if he had a little bit of lag or something, but blue team somehow still getting the better of that fight. They did not have the best positioning, but they just had the better Uber.
Yeah, and of course, when you take out 2 players in an Uber, you take out the half of the team, but what a nice pick right there from Flower. Comes in, takes down Yak to a pill in the face. Wow, it's Blue thought they were safe, and they let their guard down, and suddenly a demo man from the skies. So
always have to watch out for the flying demo man. Those are the people who get you.
No one ever expects the Scotsman from the skies. So a good pick. That'll buy a red team that is just a Sensei about a 40% Uber advantage. We'll see. They got to take advantage of that. They got to use it wisely. But right now, having a lot of time, or a lot of trouble with all the demo spam, and now Scout coming in behind the lines. Mark did go down there, so gonna buy them a breathing second at least.
Yeah, of course, they're trying so hard to push in, but they're just taking a lot of spam. Pipsqueak just jumped all over them, and he's actually going to survive picking up the health pack below the point. I cannot believe he managed to do that. I'm not sure if he wants to bomb in, and no, he's going to be running away. Deox, though, going to be throwing out a lot of sticky spam. Cannot get the cleanup, though. Not enough damage on those red players, and Flower just returning the favor with a great pipe right into Deox's face. Now we got some frags going out. Both teams going to be collapsing into each other right here. Red team has the Uber, blue team doesn't, and we all know how that's probably going to go. But red team just does not want to chase him back into spawn.
They did not decide to be aggressive, going to fall back, get the point. I feel like Desert Beagle really should have committed right there and tried to go a little bit further and push the opposing team back. As it is, though, they will keep their entire team up and be ready for this blue push. Blue does have this Uber, and we'll be seeing it soon. Flower going down immediately to Deox, and that blue Uber is still yet to be popped. Mama Schwamp getting out of there. She doesn't want any part of this. Oh! In comes Carlazzo from behind, taking out Yak, forcing the Uber dropped. Where did that scout come from? Oh, Yak says he lagged out. Sure he did.
It's the easiest excuse in the book. Meanwhile, Mark and Pipsqueak get a recap for blue team. So they're now in control of the point, counting down the timer at 50 seconds.
Just to remember, the first map, Viaduct RC4 went to I don't want to be Jewish anymore. Leading 1-0. They have to get 3 points in order to win this map. If Mama Schwampen team come back, that is the Justice Sensei team come back, we will go to a third map, which will be Train Bridge. We do have this Uber coming in. Oh, it looks like Desert Beagle not able to finish off Yak right there, and that may be a huge play because Yak is about 75% Uber. So I think I don't want to be Jewish anymore is going to be able to have an Uber to push back in here. They may even wait for it. Oh, Mama Schwamp is so dead. Oh, man.
Pipsqueak and the rest of blue just collapsed on Mama Schwamp. We do have a spy for red team, though, but I'm not sure if he's going to get there in time. As there goes the timer. And overtime. Not going to happen. Uber used. And there we go. I don't want to be Jewish anymore. Taking round 2. 2 rounds in a row so far. Only one more.
Yeah, so nice stuff right there, but Justice Sensei has got to bring it. I don't know. What do you think they're doing wrong right here? Or is just I don't want to be Jewish anymore doing everything right?
I think I don't want to be Jewish anymore just doing everything right. Their DM's great, their positioning's good, and they're just cleaning up each other's kills. I think it might be a communication thing. Of course, we don't know because we don't have the comms, but it just seems like whenever someone takes damage onto Justice, they just instantly get focused, and I believe that's the main thing that's happening right now.
Yeah, and complete wipe right there at mid for Justice Sensei. Not what they want coming out in this round. Now DX is going to have sticky traps all over, and his sticky traps have been just amazing. They're Banny-like. Let's just say that.
Talking about the Big B.
Oh man, yeah, talking about Big B, but DX did not realize the Spy that just ran by. Carlotto is on Spy. Now, Carlotto's main is Spy. At least in Highlander, I've casted him as Spy, and he is excellent. He gets stabs that nobody should get. So this could be a game changer. I really like this out of Justice Sensei, and just as I say that, down goes DX, and down go all of his sticky traps. So I love this play by Carlotto. Uber has been popped at mid. Now they know there's a Spy around, but knowing the Spy and getting the Spy are very different things. So what do you think of this Spy play?
I like it. It's just red team also has a sniper going on, and that does not give you a lot of damage on the point for those big fights. They're going for more of the assassin classes, and they're getting very aggressive all over Yak. They're jumping around. He's juking. Now the Spy comes out, takes down Deox. And Yak is still alive. I don't believe it. Earlier, he ran into a hallway with a sniper on the other end, and somehow Flower could not pull off the headshot. And Yak just doesn't care, but there we go!
Carlotto from behind takes on Medic on the point. I love it.
It was beautiful. That backstab.
Yak just realized that they can't go aggressive with a Spy and a sniper making up half of their team. It still could work. I don't know, Carlotto just now getting found by Pipsqueak, who takes him down underneath the point. We'll see, though. Pipsqueak gets taken down as well. Justice Sensei has yet to take this point this round, finally getting some nice frags right there, and if they can finish off this medic, that'd be huge, but Yak with the needles taking down Flower, who's gone back to Scout. Probably the right decision right there, but you really should have won that that battle, and Yak in chat saying outplayed. Ouch. Ouch.
Just a little bit of friendly trash talking in between the teams.
Let's just remember who dropped whom to an Uber. Who dropped whose Uber. Anyway, now we have Mark on Sniper, and I think Mark's main is Sniper, isn't it? Anyway, I'm not asking you, but I'm refreshing myself. I think it is. He's taking a couple seasons off. But, so that could be dangerous, but Red has their Uber popped. A nice push in. They did get, 3 kills. Can they finish off Pipsqueak? Pipsqueak is, going down. So a wipe right there. Out of, or from the Justice team to the Jewish team with a bow around it as a present. Here's a wipe, we got you.
It's all about the presentation.
Yes.
Meanwhile, we do see some blue spam coming over the roof. That's what I was talking about earlier. If you know the position of the enemy team, those Demo Man can really just throw down a lot of damage without taking any of their own. We do have the Soldier getting kind of aggressive. A great reflect by Carcosillo, which is not his name, but I'm going to say that. As a red team just still pushing forward. Blue getting caught out here. Demo Man in some trouble. Medic is also down. But we did have Deox taking down Flower there before Beagle taking him down in return. Medic is kind of running out of people to heal on red team. Mama Schwamp only left with the Pyro. They do not have any ranged aggression besides that flare, and I think they're going to be forced off. No, they're going to actually pop their Uber. Blue team's Medic, that's going to be Yak, does not have it, and got pretty much incinerated.
Great word right there. Proper usage as well. But Mark comes in and finishes off Mama Schwamp, who took a ton of damage after that. So yeah, that is Carlotto as Pyro right now. So he decided one Spy life was enough. And maybe we'll see that be pulled out again. But right now, Justin Sensei fighting for their lives. They know they have to win this round, otherwise the competition is over, and this whole day has been a waste. Of course not. They've had a lot of fun. I know they've had fun because I've had fun just watching it. So we'll see if they can't stop this cap. Probably not, but they will need to come back with something in these next 60 seconds.
And it looks like they're getting ready to do that something right now. Carlo Lotoso going to be pushing for the Medic and blue team caught out. He just took a pipe. Now he's going down to a beautiful flare by Carlo Lotoso. And now the Scout on Fire, I cannot pronounce his name. Mark going to be taking him down. But look at the frags coming out. Desert Beagle barely surviving and actually going to get this recap. Nope, never mind. Kipsky just walks out from underneath. Cleans him up with a little bit of shotgun. Just one little piece of buckshot was all that he needed. Yeah,
not too much aggression right there. There is 25 seconds left, though. Justice Sensei has to get on this point, has to get this cap in order to force this to another round and hopefully another map. They know this, but they cannot be... They can't be careless. They have to be super, super cautious and use every second to their advantage. Only 10 seconds left. They all need to come in together, and that is what they're doing. So far, no frags. They're all still alive, but having a lot of trouble getting onto this point. Down goes Carlotto, so no Pyro. Oh, we still have some time on the point. In comes Scout to clean up. Can he take down this soldier? And yes, Pipsqueak goes down, but no, he didn't stay on the point.
Flower stepping off the point at the last minute, and that is gonna be it.
That is GG, so congratulations to I Don't Want to Be Jewish Anymore. Now, they took the first cup, which happened a couple weeks ago, so congratulations. I think they're now officially like steamrollers, that they're able to do this so many times. But congratulations. That was a fantastic and really entertaining a matchup. So thanks so much to, again, Andy Vitch, who pretty much just decided to make this happen. He had some friends helping him out this time. So thanks to Herdy and Matt Kuth, who were in charge of the upper and lower brackets. Thanks to Herdy, who casted with me before. Thanks so much to 21 Bearded Wonder. 21, any final thoughts about these games?
They were beautiful to cast, and Pipsqueak, will you marry me? You're amazing with those rockets.
All right. That's a first, a marriage proposal here on Kip TV. All right, we'll see how that goes.
I've done worse.
All right. Well, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Got over 40 viewers, so really excited to have that sort of support in this TF2 community. Thanks so much, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure to hit follow, and have a good day.
Goodbye.